Hey everyone, welcome to In the Beyond. Today I'm back channeling another timeless pick-a-card reading, and today I'm going to be channeling through a message of healing. So what guidance do you need for your healing journey? We have 4 piles to choose from today. Group 1, we have pine and this bloodstone crystal. For pile 2, we have yucca and this red jasper crystal. Pile 3, we have seaweed and this little glass flower. And pile number 4, we have dandelion and this peach agate. So take all the time you need to see which crystal and which card is really calling to you. That is going to be the pile that has a message for you today. You can find your timestamp below in the description box. And yeah, let's get into this reading. Let's see what's in the cards and let's go in the beyond. Hey pile 1, if you guys were drawn to the bloodstone crystal as well as the pine card, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what message you need to know for your healing journey. So you guys were drawn to this beautiful fire card, this beautiful blazing fire in the background, and the pine tree. We have these beautiful pine cones. This card, I'm getting some really deep energy straight away. Like, I'm really drawn to the darkness, to the energy of the fire. Pine is a very healing plant. So let's go deeper with some tarot. I'm just loving this dark energy that's coming through. I feel like the message that wants to come through is maybe from darkness, or maybe you've been going through a dark night of the soul kind of journey and experience. But yeah, let's get some deeper information for you guys. Pile 1, healing message for pile 1. What does pile 1 need to know on their healing journey? 3 of Cups came out. I'm getting this message of transformation. The fire, the beautiful fire, we have the pine cones. I feel like the symbolism in the pine card is speaking about transformation, a deep transformation that you've been going through. The energy of fire is a very transformative element. Pine cones are representing, rebirth to me. Every little segment on a pine cone is a seed for new growth, for a new forest to be birthed. So I'm getting this deep message of transformation. I think you've been going through a dark night of the soul. Perhaps you've experienced some darker things. It's been maybe a darker period in your life. Maybe you've experienced some heartbreak, some setbacks, some loss. That's kind of what's coming through with the bloodstone and the pine card. This energy around darkness, and to not fear the darkness, because creation happens in dark spaces. It is those dark areas of life. It is the void where creation occurs. New things are coming for you. Rebirth is coming in the next phase of your life. So I think just keeping hope and faith for that rebirth is going to be really empowering for you. And yeah, let's get into these messages. So we have 3 of Cups. Ooh, 8 of Stones. The Fool card. Yeah, this is the rebirth here with the Fool coming out. And the Sun. Wow, beautiful. Temperance, yes. And Seed of Stones. So I'm getting a few different messages. This is really beautiful. The tarot is kind of confirming how I was feeling. With the Three of Cups, I'm getting two different messages here. For some people in this group, your community is going to be very healing and very helpful for you on your healing journey. Connecting with friends and loved ones is going to be very helpful for you. And this message has honestly kind of a flipped message for other people in this group. This card is also kind of speaking about perhaps your heartache or betrayal came from close friends, and that is where you feel your suffering or this darkness kind of was occurring. Maybe you got betrayed by like your best friend, or maybe, you know, your group of friends turned on you in some way, but there's too much messages here. Take the one that resonates. So either, yeah, if you were kind of betrayed by a friend group or a trusted best friend, the message here is to hold space for yourself, go through the grieving process of that relationship and friendship, go through the emotions that you need to release them, and honestly keep an open heart and an open mind for the future, because in the future you need to not close yourself off from friendships and community, because your friendships and community are going to be very healing for you. The Six of Earth, the Six of Pentacles, is also about reciprocity and friendship. It's about gathering with community. It's about doing rituals and, you know, really feeling like we're a part of something. So there's two messages here, like I was saying. Some of you might have felt very betrayed by your community, and maybe you've been isolating and very closed off from friends and friendship. If that doesn't resonate, the message for you is to put yourself out there and to connect with friends and to connect with community and have relationships, have that reciprocity of laughter and friendship. So two messages around friendship and community. Definitely take the one that is resonating with you. Here we have Eight of Stones. This is giving me the feeling that this journey, this process that you have been on has maybe been taking a lot of time. Perhaps it's been needing a lot of time to really alchemize and transform this journey of dark night of the soul, this grief or loss that you've been through. Perhaps, you know, it has been taking a while to maybe move through it, and Spirit is saying, like, that is okay. Honor your journey, honor yourself. The hard work will pay off, and the time that you put into your healing will pay off, and you will have this rebirth moment. The Fool is here. The beginning of the major arcana is here. This is a beautiful, great sign that a new beginning is coming. A new dawn is coming. We have the Sun right next to the Fool, which is just like a very beautiful synchronistic sign that a new beautiful day is coming for you guys. You will have that spring energy, that rebirth energy. You will come into a new version of yourself that maybe you aren't even going to recognize. You're going to be like, wow, who is this new person who is so outgoing and bubbly and has this big community and friendship group? Yeah, that's just one example. But we have the Fool here. This is really a confirmation that you will be starting a new adventure and a new journey. It will be radiant, joyful, and beautiful. And with Temperance here, this is just an even more beautiful message that your journey will be taking a very peaceful turn. I feel like there's going to be a lot of grace and beauty coming into your life, and we have the Seed of Stones here supporting you, letting me know that you are in the beginning of a rebirth, a transformation. We have this beautiful baby fawn here, and this is all about spring and rebirth. And we have actually in these three cards these beautiful flowers, these lupine flowers, and that is just so beautiful. I just feel like they're reaching towards the sun. You know, they have courage, they're brave, they are putting themselves out there, and I feel like that's what you guys really need on your healing journey. To keep the hope and, have the courage and to be brave. Put yourself out there to new friends, put yourself out there to new communities. Focus on the giving and receiving in relationships. Definitely try to limit any relationship that feels draining. Put up your strong boundaries. If you have people in your life who are just kind of toxic and really draining your energy, it's time for you to find new people who actually give back to you, who fill your cup, who fill you up and fill you with love and light. Because I think you are very warm people, and you might not have been lucky in relationships where people fill you up and people are your cheerleaders and people are really lifting you up. And I feel like that could really help you on this transformational journey that you're going through. It could really help you to find healing. It could really help you to feel more empowered and joyful and peaceful. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Let's pull some more oracle cards for you guys for any last messages that want to come out. Group 1. What does group 1 need to know for their healing journey? Ooh, this is beautiful. We have the air with creativity. And with this card, I'm getting similar energy to the sun card and to the fire card. I think like there will be this great expansion coming to you guys, this great sense of freedom, of ease, of lightheartedness coming to you, because I think you have been in the darkness for some time now, and you really need that light, that airy quality to lift you up and make you feel more lighthearted. And I think that will be coming to you as you alchemize this healing journey, as you transform and transmute energies, and as you open yourself up to other people. We also have the medicine bag with treasure, and this is a really beautiful card. This is kind of saying to me to find your treasures from the darkness. So find the gems that you had to discover when you were going through this dark night of the soul. So this could be different things. This could be hidden gifts deep inside of yourself that you unlocked during your dark night of the soul. This could be finding gems as in like earth angels and other people on earth who really came to you in a time when you really needed them. I think there's just a lot of treasure and a lot of things to discover in the darkness. So really have gratitude for your journey, have gratitude for the lessons that you've been learning, and start to see yourself as a treasure and start to unlock your hidden gifts that I think might be buried inside of you even. So yeah, a few different messages. Take the ones that resonate. Group 1. What does group 1 need to know on their healing journey? Healing message for group 1, please. What is the healing message for group 1, please? Ooh, we have the cat. Speak your truth. Have strength, faith, and conviction in your voice. It has never been needed more. So yeah, this is really giving me, look at that beautiful radiant sun being reflected in these two cards. This is just giving me that like energy that you are a treasure. Your throat chakra, your perspective, your journey, your story, there are treasures there. You hold sacred treasures inside of yourself. And perhaps it's time to share them with the world. It's time to communicate. It's time to open up. It's time to find your tribe, your community. It's time to have an emphasis on friendships like we were talking about, and relationships that really have a sense of reciprocity, giving and taking, not just always giving, giving, giving. So yeah, I'm feeling like this beautiful, radiant energy is around you at this time to support you on this healing journey. I just love when different card decks have beautiful synchronicities like we're seeing in the cat and the sun card. This is all about sharing your treasures, your radiance, and really pouring it out into the world. Focus on your communication and communicating with others. That's really what I'm seeing for you guys, group 1. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Please like and subscribe if you did like this reading. Leave me a comment down below if this resonated with you. I just love doing these readings, and I would love to see you in one of my next readings. Thank you guys for being here. Hey pile 2, if you guys were drawn to the red jasper crystal, as well as the Yucca card, this is going to be your message. What guidance do you need on your healing journey? What message can we bring through today to find extra healing and peace for you guys? So you guys were drawn to the Yucca plant. And I'm really just being drawn actually to this beautiful bracelet, this beautiful woven bracelet. And we also have the weaving of the yucca plant. Yucca is a beautiful plant from the American Southwest. It has been used by ancient cultures for weaving baskets and weaving sandals and things like that. It is a very healing and versatile plant. To get a deeper message, I'm going to pull some more tarot cards, but I think the metaphor of weaving is coming through and has some wisdom to share. So group 2, what does group 2 need to know for their healing journey? A healing message for group 2, please. A healing message for group 2. I am getting this as perhaps coming from your ancestors. An ancestral message might be coming through. Some of you might be working strongly with ancestors, and they're here to support you. Okay. So we have the Seed of Cups, the High Priestess. Ooh, the Flower of Stones, very beautiful. The Ten of Stones. 5 of Thunder. 2 of Stones. And we also have Flower of Cups. I'm just really liking this energy that's come out. Right away, in these cards, we have 4 crescent moons coming out. We have one there, here, here, and here. This is a really strong message from nature and from the moon. You know, the crescent moon is all about a time of rebirth, things growing. It's a beautiful moment in the creative process. And I feel like your message is about a few different things. It's about the creative process, and it's about resting, finding your intuition. I actually had a dream the other night that featured some of my crystals being sun bleached. It was this crystal as well as this crystal actually, and they had been sun bleached. And in the dream, the message was, you know, I've been overworking myself. I've been using too much of my solar plexus energy, and that has really been canceling out my, not canceling out, but that has been dimming my creative energy. You know, when I'm overworking myself, I have less creative ideas. I have less of my intuition speaking to me, because you really need rest to connect to your intuition. You really need rest to hear the voices of spirit and to hear intuitive messages and to hear your soul really speaking to you. So we have Seed of Cups, and this card is a lot about having a playful nature and a restful nature. We have the High Priestess, which is all about, you know, our intuition, getting messages from the hidden world, from the unknown, from the mysterious. And we have Flower of Stones, and it's represented by this beautiful bear who's just relaxing in a river. You know, this gives me the energy of like a lazy river ride, just, enjoying like a summer day, feeling bliss and really focusing on your relaxation and rest. 10 of Stones here, we have this beautiful figure engaging in yoga, self-care. So I feel like that is the first message that really wants to come out. It's about taking rest. It's about taking time to nurture yourself, to nurture your creativity and your creative process. And with the yucca plant supporting you at this time, the message that is coming through with the woven patterns, there's a few things. It's about balancing your work and your rest. It's about balancing your inner masculine and inner feminine energies. It's this beautiful interwoven mixture that creates the creative process. So I think if you are a creative, this card, it often represents creative pursuits to me. Weaving is a beautiful creative pursuit. It could be any artistic talent that you might have. You might be somebody who resonates as being a creator. We have Flower of Cups, and she is a very creative, nurturing energy. So I think the healing message that is coming through is about really grounding yourself, resting, and relaxation. Really prioritizing your rest and relaxation, so you can have creative insights, so you can have the energy to finish creative projects, and you have the energy to bring in that voice of your intuition and your soul through your creative expression. So you might be a singer, you might be a weaver, you might be a painter, you might be somebody who's a writer. It could just be your creative pursuit could just be a hobby. It might not be your profession, but that hobby and what you do, I feel like it's very close to your heart and your soul. And you really express something very unique through your creative talents and abilities. And I'm getting a message that even your creations, your artwork, your cuisine, whatever your hobby is, I think it's very healing for you as well as other people. I think it's very important for you on your healing journey to be engaging with something very creative. And we have the Five of Thunder here, and this card is a really good indicator of the energy that I think is needed right now. This card is all about, pausing. It's all about stopping here on the side of the mountain, even when you're not at the peak of the mountain. So it's just about stopping where you are, taking a rest, looking at the surroundings around you, being grateful for where you are on your journey, even if you haven't reached the peak yet. So it's just about, taking time, slowing down, making more time for rest and meditation, making more time for contemplation and meditation, and really hearing the voice of spirit and hearing the voice of your intuition. I think that is honestly the main message here, is about really slowing down so you can get those insights from spirit, you can hear your intuition, and you can get those insights from your soul and the deeper place of where your creative energy comes from. Yeah, this is a really beautiful message. Let's pull some more oracle cards for you guys for any other advice or any other information that wants to come through. Ooh, we have the Shaman card here with completion. And again, I'm just drawn to that grizzly bear. This shaman is kind of representing me, you to me. With the Shaman card, I feel like you are a creative center. You are radiating out creative, magical, healing energy for yourself and others. I think the shaman is representing you as an artist to me. Lots of archaeologists and people who study cave art and who study ancient artifacts, they argue that The first artists in early humanity were often the spiritual people, were often the medicine people. They were often the shamans, the healers. It was those people who could see in the spiritual realms. It was those people who had deep imaginations, who started to express themselves on cave walls, started to express themselves through creating artifacts and things like that for ceremonies, you know, figurines. It was all about healing, and it was all about, you know, bringing in energy, spiritual energy through the artwork. So, you know, like a figurine from an ancient time of like a lion per se, it wasn't just for decoration, probably. It wasn't just to look at. It probably held real spiritual power and real spiritual energy that a lion might hold. So again, with those paintings on the cave walls, if you're into art and archaeology, you might be familiar with some of the ancient cave art around the world, like Lascaux Cave and Chauvet Cave. You know, those depictions of animals, they weren't just at face value, you know, that animal, they were imbued with the spiritual power that that animal held. Lots of animals also were transforming into humans. It was a very different time, and, you know, we'll never actually know what those cave art pieces meant to the people that created them, but it is very probable that they were also very spiritual, and art has a very spiritual ancient history in humanity, just like music and the rhythm of the drum and singing and vibration. It's all very ancient and very spiritual. So I feel like you are engaged in a creative activity that is not just a hobby to you. I think it's very spiritual as well. You put your spirit and your soul into your writing. You put your spirit and your soul into your art, into your cuisine, into the things you create with your hands. And that is very healing. It takes a real talent to put spiritual energy into art. I feel like I could just talk a lot about that because I'm also an artist as well. I do mostly painting and stuff, and I love to study ancient artifacts and the ancient connection between the shaman and the artist. And it was like the people that could see in the dark, so to speak, who brought in artwork that was meant and created for healing the community and for helping the community through times of transition, through helping, you know, the initiation rituals and things like that. I feel like art has this very spiritual ancient history, and I think you are very engaged in that as well. And that is kind of why I think I was picking up that ancestor message, like this message might be coming from the ancestors, because I think those ancient people, those ancient ancestors kind of wanted to come through and speak about, you know, the ancient origins of art. You know, it wasn't just decorative, it was very deep, it was very mysterious, it was very spiritual. The art was very much around, you know, the spiritual energy of animals and plants, and it was very much like otherworldly as well. Because think about it, like our culture is so inundated with images, and we see so many images every day. But to an ancient human, you know, seeing an artwork, seeing a painting must have been such a different experience when, you know, that was a very, very rare thing for them. They didn't have media or television, they didn't have print, they didn't have, you know, all these images coming to them. It was very a very rare thing, I feel like, for an ancient person to see paintings. And they must have you know, it must have been a little bit of a religious experience, or at least a spiritual experience, to see a depiction of an animal on a cave wall. It must have been very otherworldly and very spiritual, and, you know, I think they understood they weren't just seeing an image, they were seeing a piece of that animal, they were seeing a piece of that plant or animal's soul. So, wow, that was a very deep message, very specific. I feel like this pile is very creative, and we have a lot of creators here. If you feel called, maybe do a little more research into ancient art, or maybe like the ancient history of your art. Maybe you are a weaver, and learning more about the history of weaving and your ancestral link to weaving could help you on your journey and on your healing journey. It might unlock a lot of things for you. It might direct your path in a new way. Maybe, you know, take it as it resonates. Take what is resonating with you. Maybe discover more about the lineage of your artwork, of the type of music or instrument you play. If that is resonating with you, there might be things for you to unlock there. Your talent might be connected to your ancestors, so you might want to dig deeper into your heritage if that is resonating with you. But yeah, there's just this very deep ancient energy, spiritual and artistic, coming through in this reading, and I'm just honestly loving it. Like I was saying, really focus on rest right now. We really need to hear those quiet spaces of our intuition and our soul, and they come through rest. And that's why dreams are very important and very you know, you get a lot of downloads, you get a lot of insights through our dreams, because it's our most relaxed state as a human. And that's when the messages really flood in, is when we relax, when we take the time to rest, to meditate and relax. And that's something that has been a little tricky for me right now, because I've just been working a lot. But that is a message I need to take too. So I definitely understand it's very tricky to balance everything in our modern time. It's very tricky to get that time in to rest and meditate, but it's very imperative. So I apologize, like this reading went on for a really long time. I really hope it resonated with you. Please let me know if this did resonate with you in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you did like this reading, and I really, really hope to see you in one of my next readings. Hey Pile 3, if you guys were drawn to this glass flower, as well as the seaweed card, this is going to be a reading. Let's see what you guys need to know on your healing journey. What is a message we can bring through for you to find healing? So this is a very beautiful card. This is actually the healer of water with seaweed. This card to me is giving a strong sense of relaxation. And I'm really being drawn to the candles in this card, actually. We have so many beautiful candles. So I think the message of healing is going to be coming from, honestly, the elements of water and fire, to bring kind of a soothing, maybe a transformational message as well. Let's bring in some more cards for you guys from the tarot. Yeah. Group 3. Messages of healing for group 3. Healing messages for group 3, please. Healing messages for group 3. Seaweed. Group 3, messages of healing. Yeah, we do have Seed of Cups at the bottom of the deck, so I think you might be needing some relaxation at this time. You might be needing, yeah, more self-care, more relaxation. Pour yourself a bath. We have 6 of Wands coming out. That's a great energy to start with. we have the 10 of Wands, and it came out reversed. So I feel like this is just really saying, put down your burdens. Put down the heavy things you are carrying. Release burdens. Yeah, the Devil, definitely. Okay, beautiful. Yeah. Justice is coming out. Yeah, lots of beautiful messages coming through. I love this energy. And we have the Hierophant. Okay, so if you did notice in this card, this is like the King of Cups in traditional tarot, but in this deck, it's like the healer energy, and it is often depicted as the elder energy, somebody of elder age who has a lot of wisdom to share, who has a lot of experience. And we do have the Hierophant coming out as well, which is like a similar energy of elderhood, of people who have a lot of knowledge, authority, and experience. So I think there is a message around that coming through, and I'm getting a few different things for that as well. You could be transitioning into a time of more knowledge and more experience, and you don't have to be older to have that be true. You might just be, you know, leveling up in some aspect of your life. You might be getting a promotion at work, stepping into a leadership role, stepping into a position where you are taking the lead, you are directing things, you are, you know, seeking the vision and leading yourself towards that vision. So on your healing journey, it's going to be very helpful for you guys to, if you don't have like a mentor already, it's going to be very helpful for you to seek out somebody who is maybe has even more experience, so they can help you on this leadership journey. If that is resonating with you, that's one message that's coming out. And for the collective here, a deep message is this is all about releasing stress, burdens, and worry, coming into a time of more peace and relaxation, balancing things out. So yeah, you can go on a journey, and this new journey is going to be different for everyone. This might be, like I was just saying, taking more of a leadership role in your life, leveling up. Maybe you are doing your Saturn return. Maybe you are coming into a new level of mastery in some way in your life. You're definitely blooming and blossoming like this beautiful flower. And that could be in any aspect of your life. That could be like in your work life. That could be in your family life. Maybe you are, you know, embarking on the journey of parenthood. So it's going to be a great time for you to seek out relationships with maybe your own parents or just parents in your community. You know, getting information and feedback from people like, oh, I'm experiencing this problem. Have you ever experienced that? What did you do when you came up against this problem? Whether you are like stepping into that manner, like a manager position at work, whether you are doing something in your personal life, maybe you're taking a leap in your creative life, maybe you're looking to become self-employed through a business idea that you have, or your own creative pursuits and your own goals. Yeah, getting that like entrepreneurship energy, getting that energy of really taking a risk, putting yourself out there. But you're really going to need to release any burdens, release overwork, release burnout. Keep yourself very balanced, keep your own inner energies balanced. You know, you got to balance your fiery passion with that cooling and healing water like we were just talking about. I think there's this beautiful mix of energy around you. I think you have a lot of passion. You have a lot of light. These candles, they're kind of representing your individuality, your light, and your passion, and the fire needs to be balanced with healing water. You don't want the fire to get out of control, and you don't want the water to take over. So it's like this juggling game. We have the Justice card, so it's definitely like It's a time to really balance out. It's a time to not overwork yourself if you are stepping into a new management position or a new entrepreneurial position, if you are starting your own business, if you are becoming a new parent. Really try to get rest, seek guidance. Maybe you can have family members help you guys through those early stages of parenthood. That can be a big transition, a big learning curve. There's just really this energy about seeking guidance from elders, because I think you are leveling up. So on your healing journey, this has to do with maybe your own healing journey, seeking guidance as well from people. So like maybe you are an herbalist, or maybe you have like a healing modality that you really resonate with, and maybe it's time to go deeper, and maybe it's time to get a teacher in that modality, or maybe it's time to, you know, go deeper in your spiritual traditions. But there is just this big energy. It's really going to be different for everyone here. There's this big energy here about being a leader in some capacity, you know, forging on a new path, starting out on a new adventure, being like the first person to do something in a certain direction, perhaps. There's just all this new momentum around you guys, and it's really important to keep your energies balanced and to seek guidance from experienced people as well. But yeah, let's pull some more cards. I'd love to get more information for you guys. This is a very interesting reading, and I feel like it's gonna be resonating a little bit differently with everyone here, because we have a lot of different energies here. Group 3. A healing message for group 3. The Star. That's beautiful. Destiny. The Page of Swords. Yeah. The Queen of Swords. Yeah. Yeah. This is about really leveling up. Something about your destiny is coming out. Yeah, the Death card. Okay. Like I said, I think you are going through a very transitional moment in your life. Yeah, wow, High Priestess, you guys. You guys are like on fire. Something's really taking off. We have the World card at the bottom of the deck. So it's gonna really be different for everyone here. I can't get too specific because it's gonna be so different for everyone. But you guys are really leveling up. You're stepping into your destiny. You're stepping into your power. Something fated is going on. Something destined is happening. Like I said, I'm getting the vibes of like maybe you're finally becoming a parent. Maybe you are stepping out, sharing your creative gifts with the world, being self-employed, that kind of energy. Or maybe you are taking the next steps in your career goals. Maybe you are starting an academic program, finishing a master's degree, going on to a PhD. Like that's the kind of energy I'm getting. There's just this major shift, this major transformation. We have the Death card here. We have a major shift and a major transformation happening for you guys. You are going from potentially Page of Swords all the way to Queen of Swords. There is this like very leveling up energy, very much so in this pile, very transformative. So like I feel like you're gonna know what this is. Obviously we have High Priestess here. You will know how this connects to your destiny. I feel like you will know how this connects to your life path and where you want to go. But yeah, the message for you, and yeah, it's really about embodying who you are and who you are meant to be, embodying your true nature, your individuality, having that vision and bringing yourself through that vision, like bringing your highest potential out through your ability to take the steps to achieve your goals. And so you can become this very knowledgeable, experienced person that the Hierophant represents. So honestly, on your journey right now, trust yourself, trust your process, keep listening to your intuition, make time for rest and relaxation, balance your masculine and your feminine energy, get guidance from people who are advisors, people who are mentors, people who have done this before, whatever this is for you. There will always be elders to look up to, even if you are, you know, starting out on a new path, doing your own thing. There will be other people who maybe have been doing what you've been doing before. Like, look to other people who are self-employed, or look to other people who have started businesses, or look to the other parents around you. Like, get guidance from people who've done this before. And yeah, even if this is just really speaking about an internal transformation, like you're going through something internal, more internal, maybe you're leveling up on an internal spiritual level, maybe you're taking the next steps on your spiritual journey. Definitely there are people to look to, even if those people are just engaging with you through books and through online learning. There's definitely things to discover, I feel like, and people to help you on this journey that you are going through. Let's pull a few more oracle cards for you guys. What is any healing messages or guidance that wants to come through for pile 3? What does pile 3 need to know for healing messages and guidance? We have the flamingo, unity heart. You're being called to work on collective healing. Wow, that's so beautiful. You're being called to work on collective healing. So whatever you feel like you are healing in your life, whatever you feel like you're healing for your family, for your community, it's definitely not only going to be healing to you, but it is going to be healing to the whole collective on earth here at this time. And your healing and the work you're doing is really going to ripple out through time and space. It will help future generations, and it will help even past generations. So I'm not sure if maybe you are, you know, doing something like becoming a psychologist, becoming a therapist, becoming a social worker, or a community activist. I'm not sure. Maybe you are, you know, learning to be a healer in a different way, like traditional medicine, or acupuncture or herbalism. Maybe you're working on physical healing, maybe you're working on emotional healing or mental healing. It's really going to be different for everyone here. But wow, that is just so beautiful. And we have this beautiful reflection of water coming out 3 times in these 3 cards. We have this beautiful body of water here, here, and here. So like the energy of water, and like I said, to balance it, fire, are really working to support you guys at this time. I think you're going through a profound transformation, a profound leveling up, this is a profound moment on your healing journey, and this is really beautiful. I feel like it's very destined, and I feel like we have the High Priestess here, so like you will know how this will be tying into your destiny and everything like that. Oh, 2 cards came out. We also have Soul Growth with Llama. Growth is never easy. Have faith and trust the journey. Yeah, you guys are really going on a deep, deep soul journey right now. You are leveling up. Growth is never easy. Trust that, know that. You're doing some profound work. You might be going through some growing pains, but keep the faith, keep the hope. You are climbing mountains, you are climbing peaks, you're getting that bird's eye view on your life, you're doing some deep collective healing. Keep doing what you're doing. Get advice from people who've, you know, climbed the mountain before, and keep trusting and supporting yourself through self-care and rest. We also have Bat with Listen Up. You're working through deep soul patterns. Release any outdated beliefs that surface. You guys, you are doing some deep inner work and outer work at this time. It's really going to be helping the entire planet when you move through these soul patterns that are maybe outdated or are maybe not serving you. I feel like you're doing deep inner work to release any limiting beliefs that you might have, release any limiting beliefs that are maybe passed down through the generations. You guys are just doing such deep work, and I really honor that. You will have this blossoming moment. If you felt like you haven't gotten there yet, you will have this moment where, you know, you feel the big transformational energy. You feel the rebirth. You feel how it's tied into your destiny. You feel all these beautiful things. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. You guys are really, you know, striving and accomplishing a lot in your life, whether that is like I said, if this is career goals, if this is family goals, if this is just inner work, self-healing inner work, you guys are really doing it. Your guides are really supporting you, letting you know like how far you've come, and letting you know how deep and transformational this work really is. This is so beautiful. Thank you guys so much for being here today. If you did like this reading, please like and subscribe, and let me know how this resonated with you in the comments below. I love reading the comments. I truly love doing these readings, and I really hope to see you in one of my next readings. Hey Pile 4, if you guys were drawn to the Peach Agate as well as the Dandelion card, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what healing message and guidance we can bring to you today. So what do you guys need to know around healing? So you guys were drawn to the Fool card and the Dandelion card. You might be feeling like, I'm just getting the energy of journey here. We have this beautiful bag, and we have the monarch butterfly, and the monarch butterfly is really known for its really long migration and long journey. When you take a long journey, you definitely want to bring things with you to support that journey. So I just feel like something about journey is wanting to come through, but let's pull more tarot for you guys to get a really clear message, so we can bring through some healing guidance. Group 4, messages for group 4, please, Spirit. Messages for group 4. Group 4, what does group 4 need to know on their healing journey? Group 4, messages for group 4. Whoa, that's really never happened before. Messages for group 4. Messages for group 4. Okay, let's start there. I feel like a lot of cards wanted to come out. Wow, you guys have the Lovers card, and we have the beautiful monarch, but just butterfly spirits coming out again to really support this message. Wow. We have the 7 of Stones. Have the 10 of Wands, the Sun, the Fool, the 4 of Stones, and the 6 of Stones. Oh, wow. The cards are just going everywhere for this reading. And that really rarely happens. I apologize if you can hear like a saw. I think that's my neighbor next door. Whew. Really beautiful energy here. Lots of beautiful things happening. I'm getting this message like, I think your healing journey, I think there's something about a calling. I think you're being called to something. You're being called on a journey. You're being called somewhere very specific. We have the beautiful butterfly energy, and butterflies can sometimes represent ancestors to me as well. Here it's really representing a journey. I feel like it's honestly representing a calling. Maybe your ancestors have been calling you to do something. Maybe you've been being called to go somewhere and physically travel somewhere, and that could potentially really help you on your healing journey. Maybe you've always wanted to go to a specific location or destination, and when you do actually get to go there, you will kind of discover more about yourself, your journey, your calling, because you activated something by traveling to a different location and to like a different energy and vibration. really interesting energy, just like being drawn right here to the Seven of Stones. I think the divine is really calling you to do something. I think you've been receiving messages about something, about going somewhere or doing something very specific that is going to bring you a lot of joy and a lot of peace and a lot of clarity. So follow your intuition, follow what you're being called to do, and really just put one foot in front of the other. Do a small action on that journey. Do something small to start that journey. We have the Fool card here. This is, the beginning of the major arcana. This is about taking that first step, taking that leap of faith and trusting the universe and starting out on a new path. I think that's really going to help you as well. We have Four of Stones here and Ten of Wands, so I think maybe you've been kind of reserved. Maybe you haven't been taking steps on this journey or calling. Maybe you've been a little worried or scared about your finances and you haven't spent the money to go on the trip, or like metaphorically, you've been more reserved and you haven't been putting yourself out there. Maybe you've been feeling drained and overworked and like you haven't had the energy to do what you need to do. Yeah, there's this energy around giving and receiving. Spirit is going to be giving you messages, and then it's up to you to kind of take action on those messages. You might be getting the same message and you kind of keep ignoring it, or you keep saying, I'm going to do that later, I'm going to do that later. But this is really about, taking action, taking a step, because once you acknowledge what your calling is, or once you acknowledge, the things your spirit guides, your ancestors are saying to you, and like what your intuition is picking up on, once you acknowledge that and take a step, you're signaling to your guides, you're ready. You're signaling to the universe, you're ready. You're signaling to spirit that you heard the message and you're taking action. Because spirit, if spirit keeps giving you the same message and you keep not being able to act on it, or you keep, putting it off or saving it for later, spirit is going to maybe, take that as, okay, they're not hearing me, or they're not ready, and that's okay. I'm going to slow down on my messages. I'm going to, give them the time they need. I'm not going to push them. So I feel like the ball is in your court, so to speak, and, your spirit guides and everything like that, your ancestors and everything have been giving you messages, and they might not know like that you have received them, because you haven't given them the signal that you've received them. So once you kind of start signaling out to the world, to your guides and everything, that you have picked up the message and you are acting on it, they can then flood you guys with more messages, and they can help you on the next steps once you kind of take that first step. I feel like there's been a pause for some reason in your life or on your journey, and I think what's going to be really healing for you is when you take, that first step on this new path. I think it's going to like open up a whole new world. It's going to be like you stepped into a portal where you said yes, and that one yes, opens up a whole new world, community. We have the Lovers card here, so that could be, friendships, that could be romantic relationships. Just by saying yes to one small action, I think you could change where you are, maybe how you feel. That's the energy that's really coming out in these cards. I think you just kind of need to say yes to something. You need to say yes to your calling. You need to say yes to what your intuition has been asking you to do. Because we do have the sun here, we have the dandelion here. There's just so much beautiful radiant energy. And I feel like it's really all about you saying yes and taking that first step on a journey, on an adventure. Book that plane ticket or book that travel, if that's literal or metaphorical. Just take one small step and kind of put yourself out there and say, okay, I've been feeling really called to do XYZ. I've been feeling really called to start writing my book. I've been feeling really called to travel abroad. I've been feeling really called to travel to my ancestral lands. I've been really called to, you know, go on this journey of retracing my ancestors' steps, or like things like that. This could really be anything. But I do feel like you do know what it is, and I do feel like you kind of know, perhaps you've been waiting patiently for something. You do know, maybe you have just been sitting there contemplating it. Because I feel like you kind of know what this is. Maybe you've been putting it off for some reason. Maybe you just haven't felt like the time was right. But I think if you kind of take a small step or an action and kind of signal out to the unseen realms that you hear them, you know you've been needing to do this, or you know they've been signaling you to do something, just take a small step. Don't, if you have been nervous or worried or, you know, overworked or burdened, just take a small action. Do something small, like maybe just research where you want to go. Maybe just research plane flights there. Maybe just research, you know, the accommodations, or like, you know, hypothetically start planning out your itinerary if it's a literal trip. If it's something different, like starting a book, or just, I don't know, whatever calling you have, just take like small steps in that direction, because you're going to really be signaling to spirit that you hear their messages. You know, that you will have this relationship with your spirit team where you are giving and receiving. It's not just going to be one-sided, and they're not going to feel ignored. But yeah, that's really how I'm feeling from all these beautiful cards that came out. Let's pull you guys some more oracle cards to get some more messages for you guys. Pile 4, is there guidance for pile 4's healing journey? Pile 4, what does pile 4 need to know for their healing journey? Pile 4. Ooh, we have the journey card. Oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. And we also have the South card. Okay, this is just too synchronistic for me right now. I love when that happens. I'm honestly blown away the journey card came out and the South card, because this card to me too, this talks about migration as well, because the penguins are kind of known for their great migration, and we have all these beautiful penguins like walking, and this card often signals migration and journey for me. And honestly, I'm just kind of blown away by all of the beautiful radiant sun energy coming from the Sun card, the South card. The Dandelion card has that like yellow orange radiant energy. You guys were drawn to the peach agate. We have this beautiful golden circle as the drum, and it's radiating out all these beautiful vibrations. So I feel like there's a lot for you guys in your solar plexus chakra right now, and sacral chakra as well. There's a lot from the colors of orange and yellow to support you. So if you work with like colors or chakras, maybe do some meditations there. Maybe surround yourself with more yellow and orange. Burn a yellow candle, burn an orange candle, you know, do things like that. I think that could just really be helpful for you guys. Get your healing energy and momentum going. And I'm just blown away by this journey card. The messages were just so synchronistic in this reading. You guys are really being called on a journey, and that for some of you will be an internal journey, and for some it will be external. So like, wow, just use your imagination right now. Use your, you know, your psychic abilities, your, you know, your third eye abilities. Journey internally. Go on a guided meditation journey. Do some journeying. deep within yourself. But also I feel like for a lot of you guys here in this reading, this will be a literal journey. Where are you being called to really go? What are you being called to do? Have you been being called to specifically go to a specific sacred site, a specific country? You know, what is it? Is it an ancestral journey? Do you really want to visit, you know, the country where your ancestors come from? You guys are really being called very clearly somewhere, either inside of yourself or, you know, very clearly outside of yourself. So really focus on journey. Seek a vision, go on a journey, go on a vision quest, metaphorically if you can. You know, seek guidance if you are unclear. I feel like a lot of you guys here will be very clear on where you are being called to go, but I'm just gonna bask in this energy for a minute because it's very radiant, it's very joyful. I love this beautiful warmth coming from all this beautiful sun energy here. The healing message for you is very clearly to be the Fool. You have the Fool card twice in your reading. It is to be the Fool. It is to take that first step, take that leap of faith, go on your journey, go on your migration, do the things you need to do to fulfill your calling and destiny. Support yourself on that. Support your creative energy coming from your sacral and solar plexus chakras. Wear more orange. Surround yourself with more yellow and orange. Wear those colors. You know, maybe get an orange or yellow crystal if you feel called. You know, that could all be very supportive for you guys. But yeah, really focus on journey and where you are going and really fulfill where you're being called. Take that tiny, small first step. Be the Fool in the major arcana. Trust the universe and take that leap of faith. That's really what I'm seeing for you guys in this reading. The cards were so beautiful. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below letting me know how this resonated with you. I would love to know if you're being called on a physical journey to a certain destination or if it's more of an internal journey. They both are beautiful and I would just love to know. So yeah, thank you guys just so much for joining me today and I really hope to see you in one of my next readings.